everybody? Welcome back to This Week at Shrouded, episode 136. It's our first episode back from the holidays. I know, crazy. 2.5 weeks after. Anyway, I'm your host, A Greener. Tonight we have Mr. Wrecked with us. Woo! There's absolutely nothing in Destiny to talk about. No, I'm just kidding. This is the Destiny podcast, the only one. No others exist
because everybody else quit.
And what we do, is we translate the patch notes into Twids into an amazing podcast that basically will explain how will this information mess up my week. Pretty sure, right? Yep. Anyway, once again, this is episode 136. Today we will be starting off with like the bow PvP arms week. Some sandbox fixes that we've probably should have had last month. We got a little bit of marathon news, so we're going to be touching on that as well. We'll be talking about the Bungie Foundation Game2Give campaign, which is it's doing pretty well. And Arms Week is back. Which, well, I don't know if the little Arms Week buffs are going to mean there's going to be a lot of bows in Crucible or not, but there's some information about that. Big Trials fixes came in recently. All this stuff happened over the last couple weeks. We officially, Shrouded Gaming officially announced our Crimson Days event, which is taking place this month if people sign up. So make sure you sign up. That's basically it. That's what we're going to start off. That's what we're going to talk about most of that stuff today. But first, we're going to start with our monthly winners because today is the 15th, and the first podcast after the 15th is where we do the draws for our monthly winners. What do we give away, you might ask? Well, we give away 6,000 silver. We give away an SGC hoodie, which I'm not wearing, but I probably should have. And an SGC Ice Shaker, which I don't have. They're way back there somewhere, if you're watching the video, with mold in them. I'm not even joking. Anyway, let's announce the winners. You guys will get clean ones, not the moldy ones. I promise. All right. So the hoodie this week, a month, goes to Slop7048. Congratulations. The Ice Shaker is going to AceMo74. And the 6,000 silver is going to Sir Tiddy Tots. So congratulations on the wins. Reach out to me in Discord, and you'll get your prizes. If you never reach out to me, I will not reach out to you. So you best be listening to the podcast. That's all I have to say. No, congratulations. If you're wondering how you can win some free stuff, we have a loyalty point store where basically you can earn loyalty in a bunch of different ways in the SGC, mainly by engaging with the stream. But there's a lot of different ways where you can win by playing Destiny, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, you can buy tickets for our monthly giveaways. That's it. Do you want to talk at all?
About winners?
No. I just felt like I talked for a really long time there, but I guess that makes sense. Anyway, well, we can start off basically anywhere we want. We had a new patch blog drop yesterday, 9.5.0.5. And we could talk about what it fixes.
Okay.
Or breaks. So I want to know what's your thought. I guess the big one is the Trials of Osiris lobby balancing bug.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
It only affects the most highly skilled players, so I didn't really give a shit because I'm not one of those guys. It was theoretically to my benefit. So,
okay. So are you saying my match? So will nothing happen on my matches? Being a mid-tier player?
No. It just means that if your lobby has 2 high-skilled players in it, there will be 1 on each team with 2 burgers, with each of them. So, you being a burger, make sure you get a high-skilled player on your team.
Okay.
That's it.
I like getting high-skilled players on my team. It makes my matches a lot easier. You think I would ever be the high-skilled player?
No. You're too old. Me too. Sorry.
Well, fine. Anyway, so I think it was a big fix because, well, you did mention it only affects the top tier players, but the concept of Trials of Osiris is basically the opposite of what this bug was doing. It was simply, it was creating skill-based matchmaking when Trials of Osiris is not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be connection. It's supposed to be connection and card-based.
Wow. Okay.
It's supposed
Number
to
one,
be.
it only affected solo queues. It did not affect duos or trios at all.
Okay.
And why don't you tell me, what do you think the point of Trials of Osiris is these days? What is the identity of Trials of Osiris?
Well, ironically, you can get pretty much anything, even if you don't go flawless. So, it's the identity is a lot different than it used to be. But that's not the point.
What do you mean?
The point is, it was not supposed to be skill based. It never was supposed to be, and it was for some people. That's annoying.
I don't. The idea. Listen, to go flawless, having the game trying to set you up for a 50-50 win rate. Yeah, those two things are at odds with one another for sure. However, anybody who suggests that the whole goal of playing Trials of Osiris is to go to the lighthouse anymore is deluded and has lost the plot.
Yeah. Is there anything you get from going flawless that you can't get?
Cosmetics.
There is a couple flawless cosmetics?
Yeah. Like the shader you can only get from the flawless chest. Or you can only get from games after you've been flawless.
Okay. So there is a couple things.
So there are some things, but Trials of Osiris is just a loot generator. And you get lots of loot for simply being in the playlist and being over 500 power. So as long as you have played enough
I'm not
Crucible,
500 yet.
As long as you've played enough Crucible to grind up your Crucible rank to 10k, which is not a lot. It's not really a lot of Crucible. Then you will get showered with loot. My very first game of Trials of Osiris, the week before last, when Immortal was out, for that weekend, I lost my first game. I got 5 pieces of Trials of Osiris tier 5 loot, including 2 Immortals, one of which was the God roll I was looking for. So there was no point. Devilito, you can't reset PvP anymore. What do you mean?
He's right. You can't.
That's not how it works anymore.
You can only get to 10,000 now, and then it just you're that's it. You're done.
Your Crucible rank determines is the difficulty. It's one of the difficulty modifiers. Yes, it caps, and it plays directly into your reward modifier. It's part of your reward modifier calculation. There's no reason to reset anything. So anyway, Trials has bigger problems than skill-based matchmaking, frankly, because there's no reason for people to play it for any length of time, because it's very easy to get the loot you want just by showing up and not even really playing. Like, if you run around and shoot your gun a couple of times, odds are you're going to get a drop, and it's going to be whatever the tier is that your power level qualifies you for. So,
got it. Nailed it. Yeah. Anyway, Okay, well, I didn't realize it affected as few people as it did, but I thought it was good regardless.
I mean, it affects a lot of people that are still playing trials all weekend because those tend to be stronger PvP players, and when they play solo queue, yeah, it absolutely affects them. But then that just brings us back to arguments of, man, sometimes I just want to go into PvP and chill. I don't want every game to be a sweat fest. Burr, 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 burr. The subtext being, I just want to be able to go into PvP and chill and win.
I want to chill and win. Yeah,
listen. Anybody that wants to come in here and be like, skill-based matchmaking sucks because I just want to go into PvP and chill with whatever loadout I want sometimes. Nothing is stopping you from doing that right now. The key point that those people always leave out is, I also want to slay out and win. Because if I'm not slaying out and winning, then it's no fun. Therefore, against equally skilled players, I have to use the meta. That's what they're saying. They want to pub stomp. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done apologizing for those people and giving them the benefit of the doubt. That is specifically what the implication is. And if you're one of them right now listening to this and you're feeling attacked and feeling like, no, that's not it, please go right on down to the comments and articulate what exactly you mean. That does not translate to, I just want to stomp on plebs using whatever the fuck I want and have it be easy while I'm kicked back in my chair with my feet up looking at my TV from 7 feet away. Because that's what you want.
Right.
If you wanted to just chill in PvP otherwise, you would just chill in PvP with whatever. Be like, I'm going to go in with Jotun and a glaive, and I'm going to get destroyed, but I'm just going to chill. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's the first time somebody kills you with a hand cannon or a shotgun, you're going to fucking sweat's going to start beating up on your brow, and you're going to want to find that guy and just go straight back after him with your own hand cannon and shotgun. So there you go.
There you go. You heard it here first. Skill-based matchmaking is the best. I'm just kidding. I don't believe that. But it's not always all bad. Yeah, I understand. Especially from medium to low tier players. It really helps them feel a little bit more engaged in the game.
Yep. Yes, indeed. And again, apologies to those high skill players, but there's way more casuals that represent way more money. So sorry.
So sorry. Okay. All right. We're going to move on. We're going to talk about some Lawless Frontier soft locks that got fixed. Do you know what this is?
Yeah. Of course.
Did it fuck with you? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Doing sabotage, not sabotage, doing smuggle runs. One day, I got soft lock 4 times in a row. And it doesn't happen until the very end. It doesn't happen until the very last encounter. After you've completed the first half of the last encounter, that's when it soft locks. It's when you go to call the ship in. As soon as you call the ship in, nothing happens. The ship never arrives. And the timer just runs out until everything fails. You lose all your bonuses, but then the timer just keeps going. You can't actually get out of the encounter. There's no ads, there's no nothing, there's no objectives. The ship never arrives. You just sit there. And of course, when that happens, you've burned 30 minutes of your life, 20 to 30 minutes of your life
for nothing.
And there are no rewards. All that shit you picked up throughout the course of that run, it's all gone. Because you never got to the little terminal that converts all of those containers that you picked up into actual rewards. Those don't get stored anywhere. Those don't just get held until your next run. No. You just give that shit up. Bungie just reaches into your pocket and pulls that shit right out and says, "Nah, you don't deserve this."
Okay, so they supposedly fixed this issue. Yes, so that's good. That's good. Why do you think it took them a month and a half?
Because we live in this new world where things that Bungie doesn't think are critical don't get fixed right away. So that's a direct quote from DMG. So clearly this wasn't a critical fix.
Do you think it was delayed a little bit just because of the holidays?
So the holiday? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, all right.
That doesn't.
See,
That's not really an excuse with a game like this, though. Like during holidays, people are going to be off and they're going to be playing more. So somebody should have been like,
but it's probably a skeleton crew just to
keep
the game running. You know.
Yeah.
I can recognize now. Like I'd be totally fine. Like in reality, I'd be totally fine if they just like took the game offline for 2 weeks. Like if they just like closed shop and sent everyone on vacation. Could you imagine what the people would do though? Like I'm a big fan of work-life balance. So that's why I'm just like I'm absolutely down for that. There was a big Arc Raiders holiday like fiasco as well. People were mad at them because they told everyone that they didn't put the patch out early because they were on holiday. And they're like, unacceptable! I was like, shut the fuck up. So, anyway, could you imagine what the community would do if a Bungie was just like, Destiny's shutting down for 2 weeks for Christmas? You think they would lose their entire player base?
I mean,
would everybody just fucking riot?
I don't know. There'd be a lot of crackheads running around looking for a fix and realizing there's nothing that actually scratches the Destiny itch out there.
Yeah, maybe it would.
Before any of you people in chat or in the comments say Warframe, you're fucking dumb. Stop it.
Don't call people dumb for liking Warframe.
I'm not calling them dumb for liking Warframe. I'm calling them dumb for comparing Warframe to Destiny.
To be fair,
there's nothing wrong with Warframe. It's a good game. It is not a replacement for Destiny.
No. It depends on what you like about Destiny. If you just like looting stuff, then it could be. But if you like the actual gameplay,
like looting then shit, no. Like go play PoE or go play Diablo or go play any of 1,000 other loot games that are out there. Go play fucking Borderlands. It's all the same, right?
Oh, Borderlands they're actually good with loot. You just shower loot constantly in that game. Say that's how the Bashmers play Warframe. Well, they don't play Warframe because it feels like Destiny. They play it because they like it.
Yeah. If anybody says they play Warframe because it gives them the same gameplay experience as Destiny, they need to go to a doctor because there's something wrong with how they're experiencing sensory inputs. There's something wrong with their brain. They've got a tumor. They need to go get that checked out.
Okay. All right. So there was another issue about shit, where'd my thing go? Lawless not Lawless Frontier, but the syndicates. The syndicates, you could lose gear if you didn't claim it before switching to a character or another character and do it. You don't know? Okay.
Never happened to me.
Where was that? Let me find that information. Maybe I'm insane, but I'm. Yeah, okay. Fix an issue where players logging into multiple characters on the same class in 1 week could progress or lose syndicate weekly shipment progress.
Okay.
So if you
have to do more priority contracts.
So what was happening was if you have more characters than or more than one like Warlock, which I don't understand the thought process there.
This is not a hot take. There is absolutely zero reason to have multiple of the same character class. If you are coming up with a reason right now while you're listening to it, stop. Get some help.
Okay,
you're wrong.
Anyway, there was an issue currently here where if you were running multiple characters on the same class, and you like unlocked all your weekly shipments or whatever they are, and didn't claim them before switching over to your other warlock, they would just disappear.
That's the player's fault. That's not Destiny's fault. That's the player playing wrong.
They fixed it, so they clearly recognize that it was their fault.
Yeah, I'm glad they spent some effort on fixing some bullshit that doesn't actually matter to anybody except for that dude with 3 hunters. Like, what are you doing, bro?
There's no hunter that's that dumb. It's definitely a warlocks or titans.
Okay, bro.
What?
Okay, bro. Picking a Destiny class is not a sign. It does not correlate to the actual person's intelligence.
If you're a Titan,
there's a lot of morons playing
you
this game.
absolutely have an IQ below 80.
No, false. Some people are just dumb. That dude that's got 3 of one class, it could have been 3 of any class.
It's probably Titans.
That guy probably still thinks he or she is getting better loot drops because they have 3 characters of the same class, even though it's exactly the opposite.
Okay, well, while we're on that subject,
that same person, if you go and look at time wasted on Destiny, they probably have 47 characters that they've deleted.
Okay.
Again, it makes 0 sense.
We get it. You think they're an idiot. All right. Now, before we insult our entire fan base, which is 4 people, there was also another thing.
Out today. I'm hitting all the high notes.
What I wanted to talk about is I read about the new 24-hour cooldown on deleting characters. Did you read about that?
Okay. Yeah, there have been certain exploits in the game where you could switch to a different character to continue to grind for things that you've grinded the max you could for the week already.
Yeah, so there is they put in it. So instead of fixing the underlying system that would just prevent that, they instituted a cooldown that if you can only delete 5 characters, and then you get a 24-hour cooldown. You can't delete characters anymore. That's it. You think how many people actually do that?
Well, listen. I think there are stages to Destiny players, right?
Yeah.
And I think you could bring up like a stages of addiction chart for like a meth user, and it would correlate to stages of addiction for playing games like Destiny 2. And the people that are deleting their characters over and over again so they can continue to farm the exact same loot in the exact same activities that they've had to unlock, 7 different times now because they've deleted that many characters. They're on that far end where the person is missing most of their teeth and their hair is starting to fall out, and they've got little scars from where they've been picking at their face. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, all right.
I'm surly tonight. I don't know what to tell you.
You definitely sound surly. Okay, so jeez.
How many characters have you deleted in the past, Greener?
I've never deleted a character.
I have 1 single deleted character.
Yeah.
It was back in Destiny 1 where at the time having multiple characters of the same class could actually help you power level your character.
Yep.
But I decided it wasn't worth my time to have 2 Titans. And so I got rid of one of my characters and just had all 3 ever since then. So there you go.
All right. Yeah. Well, when I read that, I was like, "There's really people that delete more than 5 characters in a day." I thought it was insane.
Yeah.
I thought it was insane, but and then I was just thinking, like, how big a problem is this for them to want to fix it?
I don't think it's necessarily the size of the problem. I think it's more the effort in which it takes to patch whatever the hole is. You know what I mean?
I get it, but it must have been a big enough issue where they wanted to do something. Maybe not enough big enough issue to actually patch the hole, as you put it, but a big enough issue to institute the cooldown to help prevent it.
I mean, Cynic Rect will say they wanted to prevent people from using an exploit that would result in less playtime overall over a course of days. I would guess.
You are a cynic.
You know, more and more Destiny is more and more decisions in Destiny don't feel like they're coming from, game developers that want to give us a good game. They come from number crunchers who want to make money, right? And I fully acknowledge that games need to make money, but they also need to be fun. And I feel like sometimes you can tell when the pendulum is shifting one direction or the other. So, and right now we're in Destiny's dying. Squeeze as many pennies out of it as you can. So
for sure, yeah, absolutely. As long as they're actually making the sequel, which would be mind-boggling to me if they're not, and that's rumors are fake.
There were some more interviews about Division 3. It's coming.
I saw that. Yeah, I was actually stoked. I was like, yeah, woo, let's go. That's like 2 months of content for Shrouded.
I mean, could be more. Who knows? Maybe the Division 3 will hit really hard. I'll be playing it when it comes out.
Oh, we'll definitely play it. We'll definitely hit it up. Like we got a good chunk of like playtime out of that. We had multiple clans. We had a good time. Hopefully they do fucking crossplay this time. Surely they're not that fucking stupid not to do that again. There's no crossplay on the Division 2, if anyone didn't know. None at all. No crossplay, no cross progression. Absolutely.
Hopefully there's both.
Dog shit.
I don't even care. I don't even care if you got to buy it on multiple platforms to get your cross progression. Fine, I will pay a full shipping just so I can flip between my between my PlayStation and my computer.
Yeah,
especially now. I'm getting ready to redo my office. I'm renovating my office.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna have a spot in here to where when I just want to chill the fuck out and kick back, put my feet up and play a video game, I'll be able to do that on my console with my controller sitting across the room. And when I want to sweat, I can get on my computer and be like, 3 inches from the screen, like any good gamer trying to ruin their eyes and get top score.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I do that frequently with Destiny. Like, I love... Well, I was going to say I love playing Destiny, but that's not true. But I love like, if I'm just going to chill, I want to do something like maybe like grind heavy metal. I know you're not a fan, but like I'm going to do that upstairs on my PlayStation, chilling on my couch with a controller.
In front of the television. Yeah, with your feet up.
Yeah. But if I want to win some matches or do something a little bit more difficult, like trials, I'm always going to be on my computer. Like once in a while I try it. Like, I'm good enough on control. I'll be fine. Like 2 seconds later, I'm like, throw the controller across the room and come downstairs to play on my computer. Yeah, it's so much easier to be better on computer. Anyway, and that's not a shot at console or controller players. That's me. I'm better on mouse and keyboard on most games ever made. Probably almost all games. It's just the way it is. Even though I was a console gamer my whole life until, I don't know, shit. Until I was like 20. Hey, Biscuit. I'm not supposed to talk to chat. Still good to see you. Anyway, yeah. So hopefully, if well, it is coming out. It's pretty much known. Even though they literally just announced some layoffs at Massive, which is a developer of the Division 3. So honestly, well, I'm not going to get too much into it right now because this is a Destiny and Bungie and podcast. But like, holy fuck, their stock price over the last 5 years. I don't know how they're still in business.
Yeah.
Like in a capitalism world, like where the like, I don't know how anybody's still funding that company. It's doing the complete opposite of what you should be doing. You know, they're supposed to grow every year. Nope. Negatory.
You're talking about Ubisoft, right?
Yeah, Ubisoft. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me look at 5 years. Yeah, okay. So 5 years ago, they this is euros. I don't know why this isn't euros, but whatever. A stock of theirs was worth $83.54 euro. In 2026, it is worth $6.79. You know how bad that is? Like, how is that company still alive? Like, it makes no sense.
I don't know, man.
Like, that company would have went bankrupt. Like, if that was any other company, it would have been. It must not. Well, I don't know. They must not have any majority stakeholders or some shit. It's all just like bits and pieces. Yeah. Whatever. Did you hear about the Halifax game studio?
Say that again. Sorry,
there's
some drop frames.
Sorry, the Halifax Ubisoft game studio.
Yeah, just yesterday, right? They announced them yesterday. No, they announced some more layoffs yesterday.
Okay, yeah, it was different layoff. Yeah, that was those are the mass. Am I cutting off here? What's going on?
There's definitely a bit rate something going on.
Okay, all right.
But it seems to be fixed now.
Okay, cool. So there's an Ubisoft studio in Halifax. They voted for a union, and Ubisoft closed the entire studio.
Yeah.
I can't get over. Like, I think that's so funny.
Think that's funny.
I do. I think it's hilarious. Like,
there's some weird dark humor, I guess, in that.
I think it's terrible that people are losing their jobs, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Stop trying to form unions.
Well, I mean,
I don't hate unions, but I used to work with a union, and it's fucking miserable to get anything done.
I mean, there's unions and then there's unions, right? Not every union is exactly the same.
Every union I have ever dealt with specifically has always been a pain in the ass. Like, you're in the middle of doing something and everyone leaves. And it's like, we're almost done. Nope. It's break time. It's like, just fucking finish a job. Where are you going? Finish! It takes 2 seconds. Literally 3 more minutes of work. Why? Get back to fucking work. Oh, I need you to work late tonight? No fucking way. Impossible. Not possible. They're just out of here. I worked 37 hours this week. I'm done. Meanwhile, the rest of the world is working 40 to 50.
All right, Greener. Go bust up them unions.
This
is not the Shrouded Gaming Politics podcast.
This is not politics, but listen, I've worked in 4 different buildings that have had unions, and if you're wondering why it's confusing for me, is I work for a third-party company that goes into like convention centers and hotels and stuff, and works inside of them. So I've been in multiple venues, multiple hotels, and multiple convention centers who have union staff, and they just stop. Everything is miserable. You can't move tables. You can't change setups. Everything needs to be done in specific ways. It's super irritating. They're in the middle of a setup. They're almost done. You can't start until they're done, and they just fucking get up and leave for a half an hour. And it's just like, ugh! It makes me so mad. It always would make me so mad. It's so
I feel like that's
frustrating.
a reflection of unions in the type of field you work in. I don't necessarily think that's how unions are everywhere.
Maybe. But I keep
And in every sector of the economy.
yeah. Anyway, so it's been frustrating pain point for me in my entire professional career. So one of yeah. No. So I think it's great. Like I said earlier in the show, or maybe it was during the pre-show, I'm a big fan of work-life balance, and I am. But you don't need a union to do that. Just don't let your bosses walk all over you.
That's what I do.
That's what I do. They're like, I need you to work this weekend. I say, sure. I want an extra day off though, next week or next month or whatever it happens to be. Just ask. And if they say no, go fuck yourself. Then quit. Don't be a bitch.
See, I don't even have to do that. My boss has got a great attitude. My boss's attitude is work however much or as little as you need to get the work done. If you need to take a day off, okay. You don't even need to tell me. As long as your work gets done, I don't care.
There you go. Yeah, not everybody has bosses like that though. But if you stand up for yourself, you don't need a union doing it for you, in my opinion. But whatever. Anyway, they shut down the whole studio. Goodbye, union.
Yeah. Well, you know, Ubisoft isn't widely known for like their great decision making. You remember the whole NFT game thing that they were trying to do way back in the day?
Yeah, idiots.
Or the movement they were really trying to push towards games, all games as rentals.
Oh yeah. All right, chat. We just dropped down to 10th place on the leaderboards. We're over. It's over. I'm just kidding. Did you have more to say about that?
No.
I interrupted.
Do we have
you.
anything else in these patch notes that we want to talk about?
I keep getting rid of my thing here. All I had here was Renegade's progression bugs finally addressed. Lawless Frontier softlocks. Equilibrium dungeon DPS phases stabilized. I don't know if that's important. Trials of Cyrus Lullaby bungee balancing bugs fixed. Heavy ammo buffs and portal activities this week. Yeah. Does anyone care? Is that fun? I don't know. Does anyone care about that?
The heavy ammo buff? No.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I have sword.
I has sword. Me no need. Okay, well then we'll take quickly. I know I've mentioned it a couple times, but we'll quickly talk about the Game2Give, the actual campaign. Explain what it is. Campaign runs from 12 to the 29th. January 12th to January 29th. I can't talk. 90s anime inspired incentives across the board. I gotta ask, so they have that design that is obviously 90s anime inspired. But to me, that ship and Sparrow don't give me 90s anime vibes. Do they? To you?
What do you?
Well, I didn't watch a lot of 90s anime.
Have you never watched Robotech?
No, I'm not a loser. I'm just kidding. So just that. He's gone, chat. That was good.
Designs are straight out of Robotech.
Okay. All right. Well, I couldn't have known that. I mean, I could have, but I didn't. All right. So let me bring this up real quick. Okay. So here's a little note. Like if you didn't know, that poster that came out that for most people probably had no idea who any of these characters are. I guess there's lore behind all of these characters. And the lore is tied to kids that they've helped with the Bungie Foundation programs. I didn't know until like 2 days ago. And they're like, yeah, it was in a blog post somewhere. And I'm like, where? What? I read all the blog posts. I have a fucking podcast where I say I do that specifically. I never found it. But anyway. And then there was a tweet just yesterday, I believe, that actually talked about one of the things. Let me see if I can find it real quick. So if you're wondering where those designs, like what the concept, yeah, right here. So, lore log, little lights, Bella, emerald green marks Bella's call sign, a glow that trails her wherever she goes. Bella's gift is communication, not just with teammates in the heat of the match, but with the animals who moves between worlds unnoticed. Her closet companion, a sharp-witted cat, always turned to the same channel, never leaves her side, headsets on, signals synced. They coordinate in quiet looks and perfectly timed moves. From digital arenas to open space, Bella adapts fast and moves faster, a hero powered by connection, courage, and a whole lot of heart. Now, I don't know exactly what real world stuff created that lore, but it's based on a person, a real life person that the Bungie Foundation has helped. So I thought that was cool, and I'm sure we'll get more of those as we unlock more milestones. Okay,
There
so
you go, Greener.
that's a ship
That
that
is
looks like
that is a rowboat. That is a this is a transformable mech from Robotech. All right.
okay. So
It
question,
transforms into a plane.
but question. That's a plane. This is a plane. The Bridge of the Magpies. What a name, by the way. But it's just a jet.
Yes. Yeah.
To me, like I look at that and I see jet. I don't see 90s anime jet. I see jet. Like it looks like a jet.
It is a Destiny version of a Robotech Valkyrie.
What if it's just a Destiny version of a jet?
It is.
Okay, but
it's
is it really inspired by 90s anime
obviously.
if it just looks like what the thing in real life looks like?
It is absolutely inspired by Robotech.
Okay, whatever. I'm gonna crash it. Not really. Okay, so yeah, 90s anime inspired incentives across the board.
What they should have done is instead of having it be a Robotech Valkyrie in fighter mode, they should have made it in Guardian mode.
Because of Guardians?
I mean, it could be Guardians, but it would be a much more interesting, because that then would look like this.
Oh, is it going to be like a mech? See, I thought it was just the word Guardian that you were doing a pun on. It actually completely changes it. Is it like a mech suit? They should do a mech suit ship. You think people would buy that?
Maybe, probably.
One where you can actually see your
this is the same
Guardian inside of it.
fighter in Guardian mode, which is it's a mode that's halfway between its full mech mode and its plane mode, to have it give it more combat capability but more mobility than it would have in its robot mode, right?
See, that should just be a sparrow and it runs across the ground instead of floats. That would be sick. Like a really fast brig. You know what I mean? Just fucking flying.
And then this is its Battleoid mode. So that's all three pictures I showed you are the same vehicle, right? So
it's very cool.
That's what it is. Anyway, it's clear that's what the Game2Give plane is kind of based off of. Also,
Okay.
the art that they have, like with the characters, it's very reminiscent of art from the time. It looks like Robotech characters. That's the very first
That's
thing I thought when I looked at it.
that is fine. And what I meant is when I see it, like even if I knew what that was from, I'd be like, how does it tie to Destiny?
It
Um, that
doesn't.
was that was my first thought. And you're right, it absolutely doesn't. It ties to real life, which is what they were going with. My brain always says, how does this make sense in the Bungie Foundation world? And them doing like the Robotech or whatever it is doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but them tying the lore and stuff and creating backstories behind the characters, I think fixes that issue for me. I was like, okay, I like that. So that's all it took. Anyway, funds directly enable new hospitals plus Make-A-Wish grants, among with other things that the Bungie Foundation does. We have already raised, the number's not right, but $8,411. We're looking to hit $10,000 for this Game2Give. We got 2 weeks to do it. If you're watching this or listening to this, there's a description to this video somewhere. Our link will be in there. If you want some cool 90s anime inspired swag in Destiny 2 or some interesting looking emblems, make sure to go donate to the kids. Oh, and we have a top 10 donor Discord role this year. So if you're in the top 10, you get a Discord role.
Nice.
That's pay to win. That's what that's called. Just like Trials carries. But it's not against terms of service because I'm not carrying anyone.
There you go.
Anyway, it's fine. What else did I have here? What else did I have here? Chat? Nothing. Now there's more stuff. There was a bunch of Equilibrium, Desert Perpetual, Portal fixes. It's funny. I don't care. I don't care. They increased the timer on Master Conquest Derealize. Was that too short? I've never done it.
It was pretty tight.
Okay. That's what he said.
The puzzle section takes a lot of time.
Okay, cool. What else we have here? Increase revive tokens. Okay, cool. Fix an issue. Whatever. Yeah, don't care. Fix an issue where Grandmaster Vanguard alerts were not available with Fireteam Fighter. That's funny. What the fuck? Idiots. Well, I'm glad they fixed it. I heard some people talking about this. Is it a big deal? The Metadoxia change fixed an issue with a suspending burst from Styloxis could chain indefinitely. The weave settles once more. Whatever the fuck that means.
I don't think a ton of people were actually using Metadoxia even after the change.
Okay.
It's a way for you to get more burst DPS out of that super, but it still wasn't like necessarily highest DPS that Warlocks could do. So
very interesting, very interesting. I gotta get better at podcasting, man. 136 episodes and I still don't know how to do this right. Maybe I never will. But that's okay because it's just for funsies. All right, so I mean, Arms Week 3 is happening next week, January 26th. Oh shit! Wait, no, that's the week after that. Fuck me. Okay, yeah. January 27th. This one's about bows. We talked about it earlier. They're doing some medieval hardware 6v6 PvP match where bows, glaives, and swords are the only things you can use. With volatile weapon mods. No abilities or supers will be allowed. Weapons only. I don't think this will be more fun than Snowballs was, but I like that they experiment with things and see if people like them. And then most of the cases people don't. And they complain about it on Twitter, and then you probably never see them again. So there is 2 new weapons being added to Arms Week, though, so that's interesting. We got some Oreos and some Herons. So cookies and birds, everybody. Cookies and birds are coming. Anyway, that was a joke, by the way. So it's King Orfeo, which is a precision frame arc combat bow, and the Heron, which is an aggressive frame void glaive. And then returning bows, like there's like all the bows are returning. It's not all of them, but it's a bunch of them. Reconnoiteur, Whistler's Whim, Lunata, and Hush. Ooh, Hush. Cool. Lithobia, Tripwire, Canary, Under Your Skin. I assume those are all back with tier 1 through 5s. Is that typically what that?
Yep. I would assume as well.
So that's cool. I like that they add a bunch of old. They put the tiers on the old weapons and bring them back out for this. So that's great. That's great. So, I'm stoked for that. Oh no, I hit the wrong buttons. I was trying to put the link in chat again. I'm terrible. I'm terrible when it comes to charity. It's just like, dirty, you motherfuckers. Anyway, yeah. So I think that's cool. I like that. I mean, I don't know if I'll like that PvP mode, but we'll get one of those little tracks again, and we'll unlock some shiny weapons, and it'll give us some stuff to do. It's only a week, which I hate. I wish these things were 2 weeks, but it is what it is, and because I want to split my time between Destiny and Arc Raiders. I don't want to just play fucking Destiny for 40 hours to get all the way to the to get all the way to the top of the thing, but it is what it is. I think that's pretty much that's it about Arms Week. You know, a new mode, some new weapons, some returning old weapons with tiers, and yeah, just fun. We'll get an event track and all that stuff, and it'll be something to do while we wait for whenever the fuck our next Iron Banner is going to be. And then after this week here is done, we'll only have one more month until we get the major update. So hopefully
major. I mean, I don't have hands in my camera, but I'm using quotey fingers. Major update.
Hey, there was note somewhere that said we will in fact be getting a Pantheon style dungeon event with the major update. I forget where I read that. I wonder if it's real.
Yeah. Maybe it'll only be around for 2 weeks, like the activity from the last major update was around.
What they should do, I can still go back and play Reclamation right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
The Reclamation with the Reclamation award rewards was only available for 2 weeks.
Oh, you mean the event track? Okay, yeah. Okay. I kept hearing people say that. I'm like, what are you talking about? But okay, all right. You know what? I'd rather see them bring. I guess I don't know what Pantheon style dungeon event looks like, but I'd rather them just bring back Pantheon.
They are. It's just going to be bosses, probably, for dungeons.
Yeah, I know, but I want the raid bosses. I want 6v6 or 6v1, I guess. I want Pantheon to come out. Give us back Pantheon. Pantheon was fun. Give us Pantheon. Give us all the power things. Give us good things for it. And if you really want to, bring back the Godslayer role. I don't care. Like
nobody would be playing that shit anymore if it was still out.
If the rewards were good, they would.
Those kind of events got to be limited time. I don't care if they come. I don't care if they come back. It's whatever to me.
Yeah, I get the Under's concept of limited time, but I don't know. There's just not enough fun things to do in Destiny, I think. I want Leviathan back. Can you just give me back Leviathan?
I mean, drink some beer, shoot some aliens, have a good time.
Yeah, I know. I get it, but I want to play Leviathan. I miss Leviathan.
All right, but Greener, listen. They've got a new player guide that they've updated.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you actually click on it and look at it?
No. Here, let me
click on it and look at it. Click on it and look at it. You're a new player to Destiny. You fire up the game and you don't know what to do. Somebody shares this link with you. Do you go through all this shit?
No, I don't read anything. You know what they need to do in Destiny?
I don't know. Maybe put this into the game in a tutorial mode that actually walks them through doing all of the things they say you need to do from here. Possibly.
Yes, I 100% agree with that. But also at the same time, I think they should just put the Red War campaign back into the game because that's what taught me how to play Destiny. And then add all these tutorials that we're looking at into the beginning of that.
Greener.
What?
There is no Red War in
Yes.
Bossing Say. That is the title for the episode. There is no Red War in Bossing Say.
I don't know what that means.
Doesn't matter. Everybody that reads it will understand. Just not you.
All right. Well, I don't even know what those words are, so I can't spell them. All right. So there's one thing that this reminded me of when I was scrolling through it that I saw the Witch Queen. There was an issue that there was like new content accidentally tied behind owning Witch Queen. That sound familiar?
No.
Where did I see that? It was on one of these things. Hold on. Witch Queen. Yeah, right here. Fix an issue where claiming rank up a reward engrams from Syndicate Quartermasters required the Witch Queen ownership.
Interesting.
So
you're about to send me off on a tangent. You played Monster Hunter Wilds a little bit, right?
A little bit, not much.
Did you try to play it on PC or on your console?
PC.
Okay. Do you have any like performance issues like a lot of people were having?
I did not. I have a good computer.
Well, a lot of people started having performance issues again. They were having frame drops, FPS drops. Turns out what the game was doing in the background is it was running an aggressive search to check if you had all of the DLC, and if you didn't have all the DLC, it just kept in a recursive loop, checking again and again and again. But the process was so aggressive that it would consume a huge section of your memory and cause your game to just start to lag out unless you have all the DLC, in which case your game ran fine. So it's actually performance pay to fucking win. Buy the DLC or get your frames fucked.
That's really funny.
And a dude tested it by creating a mod on PC that tricked that process into thinking he had all the DLC on a fresh install of the game, and it fixed it. It fixed everything immediately.
That's unreal. You think they did that on purpose, or it was just a byproduct of an accident?
I'm sure it was an accident. No, what company's going to actually do that?
Because well, especially Capcom,
it's fucking over.
They're solid. So. Yeah, that's funny though. Holy fuck! Can you imagine? Anyway, alrighty. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because could you imagine getting into Destiny 2 for the first time right now? You get Destiny 2 for free. You buy the latest expansion, Renegades. The main reward track to getting gear is locked out by a 2.5-year-old DLC campaign that you don't own.
Yeah, that's a pretty big problem.
How mad would you be? I want to know how many people went and bought it just because they have the money or whatever, and it was probably on sale at some point for like $10, and just to get past that instead of waiting for a fix. They should get all their money back. Anyway, that's I'm glad they fixed it, but what a stupid problem to have.
Just go play Warframe, people.
Yeah, it's much better game. All right. I'm not gonna look at that anymore. I had This Week in Destiny up, but I closed it. No one will issues. Don't care. Oh my god, that's really it on This Week in Destiny. This week was Arms Week, new player guide. Pacifica will be our trials map, and the weapon's not changing. It's still the cataphract.
Yep.
Game2Give. Yep. Go donate. There's a bit of an issue right now with some of the MOTW winners being claimed that they cheated on DP. So Twitter's kind of having a field day with it at the moment. I forget exactly who it is, if it was this week or last week, but they do the movie of the week, and
yeah,
people checked out the Bungie IDs, and they went through and found that it was one of those suspect DP runs, and that guy's trying to defend himself, and all the Twitter anyway, it's a disaster for that dude right now. So, and I guess he got banned for it originally, and then was able to convince Bungie to give back his account because of exterminating. I don't know. And he also was banned from Valorant because he was hacked, some shit like that. I'm like, so you're starting to sound like a real cheater, bro. You should stop talking. Nobody has that kind of bad luck. But anyway, so that was a funny thing that I saw happening today. Not funny if he didn't cheat. Funny if he did cheat. So. I mean, I guess the last thing. Do you want to talk about SGC Crimson Days?
Crimson Days is back, but not because Bungie's bringing it back, because Bungie doesn't give a shit about Crimson Days, but the SGC does, and so we are returning once again to the field of battle with a little bit of extra love and camaraderie, with some 2v2 bows only collision format. Absolutely no abilities. All abilities turned off. No exotic weapons. No exotic armor. Just you, your buddy, and some bows. PvP. That tournament will be happening on February 21st at 1:00 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully Greener's not trying to stream that day. My one days always seem to collide with other stuff going on in the SGC. But also throughout the month, we'll be doing some casual 6v6 bows only PvP to give people opportunities to earn loyalty points and tickets for a prize drawing at the end of the month. So I'm not doing the event card thing like we did in previous years, mostly because crafting is dead, and crafting a bow was a major focus of all of that. So it's just going to be participate in some of the 6v6 stuff that's going on. Get a little engaged with some things going on in the community, have a good time, and earn some rewards. For the tournament itself, there will be some SGC swag available, some server roles, a bunch of loyalty points, maybe some other rewards. Still working into that with Greener, but there will be rewards for the top 3. So I don't know if he's saying 0, if he's giving us the racist OK symbol, one of the two. Anyway,
it's supposed to be 0, but it was a joke.
But anyway, sign up forms are available on the server. Link is in the server. I'll probably send Greener the link so we can put it in the link for you can put it in the description for this particular episode. And get yourself a team and go sign up. Come and play. Be a good time.
Woo! Yes, go play Crimson Days. We haven't had like a full-on tournament style event in a little bit, I think. Unless I'm dumb. So I think we should everybody should do it. Let's have 200 people sign up. Let's have a good time. I'm just kidding.
200 person Swiss style tournament. Holy shit.
I'd be surprised if we get what? 30? 30. 30's a good number.
I would be happy if we get 8 or 9 teams.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I said I was going to talk about a marathon, and I completely forgot, but we're out of time anyway. So there's a new Dev Insights video. You should check it out if you're excited about marathon. I'll link it in the description below. They talk a lot about the cores and implants, and how they change your running style, along with the shell that you're wearing, what they do, and how it's better. And there's a bunch of them: Destroyer, Assassin, Recon, Vandal, Thief, Triage, and then, of course, the Scavenger Mode Rook. A bunch of stuff. It was really cool. I liked it a lot. I like how they keep showing more of that stuff. We can't get into it deep or anything, but most of you probably don't care and just play Destiny anyway. But I'm stoked, and it's good stuff. So go check it out. There's a blog on it, by the way. So just go to Bungie.net and check it out. Boop, boop, beep, beep. That's it. That is the end of episode 136 of This Week at Shrouded. There wasn't a lot to talk about, but we stretched it out a little bit. A couple light twids for the beginning of the year, and some patch notes. But we're hoping for some meaty stuff coming forward. Of course, the roadmap hopefully coming sometime like this quarter. I would hope, and then maybe we'll actually get some insight into what they plan on releasing this summer, and maybe in the winter. And yeah, we'll see where we get that. Reminder: Game2Give is going on for another 2 weeks. Donation link will be in the description. You should check it out. Some really cool swag in game swag. Some really cool SGC swag as well. Don't miss out. You've only got 2 weeks to get it. That's it. All right. Thanks so much for watching or listening to This Week at Shrouded, episode 136. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.